This is my first sit down video since I guess the global pandemic situation has got bad. If you've been keeping up, you'll know I've been vlogging a lot because it's just felt a lot more natural. I haven't really known what kind of other videos to create at the moment because everything just kind of feels irrelevant, even though I know you guys have told me that you want to see the lifestyle, the fashion, the beauty content because it's a little bit of a distraction. I know I'm reaching for that kind of content at the moment. So I feel like it was time to kind of sit down and maybe just ease into it. I thought today's video could be about the things that I'm doing at the moment, or taking or using, or rituals I'm implementing into my routine that are kind of helping me get through this weird time. I live in New Zealand. We are currently under very, very, very strict lockdown, so my entire family is working from home. I'm self-employed, I work from home. I'm obviously not used to having everyone at home, so it's kind of been a bit of an adjustment period. You guys are all in the same boat. We all need things that are gonna soothe our souls during this time. And I don't need to sit here and tell you guys things like, oh, home workouts are great, go for a run, exercise is amazing. You know that, you're seeing it all over Instagram. I just thought I would talk through, I guess, some of the obvious things that are going to be helpful, but specifically some of the products I'm using or things I'm doing right now that are either relieving stress, helping me maintain a really good routine at home, the things that I turn to when I feel like I just need a little bit of comfort, things I turn to when I'm feeling a little bit upset. I did a blog post which was my lockdown boredom guide, and it's got all TV series, movies, ideas, things in there that are basically going to help you during those times where you're like, I'm so bored, I don't know what to watch, I don't know what to do with myself. There's going to be something in that blog post to help you out, so I will link that below. I just thought I would share a few things that are just helping me feel normal, feel sane, and are just getting me through this strange time, this very overwhelming moment in history. First thing I'm going to talk about is going to be no surprise to you guys. It's my Kindle. I cannot tell you how many nights I've been tossing and turning, can't get to sleep, stressed about what's happening in the world, stressed about what's happening in my household, stressed about my career, stressed about my family, worrying about 1,000,001 things. My partner might be asleep, the lights are off, and I'm tossing and turning. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't really fancy going on social media. The fact that I can just grab my Kindle, read a couple of chapters until I get sleepy and fall asleep again is amazing, because obviously it has the backlight, so you can kind of snuggle up, have the light off, have whoever's in bed with you asleep happily. You can just very easily lie on your side and read a couple of chapters before bed. It's been a lifesaver. I mean, I do that anyway. I love reading after Liam goes to sleep, but recently there's been a lot of tossing and turning and not being able to settle down. Last night is a prime example. I read 20% of Educated by Tara Westover, and so far I'm loving it. It's very, very kind of written in the same sort of ways where the Crawdads Sing. It's very descriptive about nature. So it's quite a soothing, enjoyable read before bedtime, but I've heard that it kind of gets a little bit dark later on in the book, so maybe I will try and read those sections during the day and not before bed. This is the Paperwhite. It's just the 4GB one. I believe the 4GB holds about 2,500 books, and if you fill it up, you can actually just plug it into your computer, take the books out that you've read and create more space, and then download more books. So I just don't think, unless you're a crazy bookworm, like 3 books a week kind of crazy person, then I don't think you need to buy a Kindle with storage that's any bigger than the 4GB. Oh, it's getting hot. This is the problem with this time of year. I don't know how to dress at home, because in the morning it's freezing because we're transitioning into autumn, and then in the afternoons it gets so hot. Something that I bought a long time ago that I've really only started getting into now. Yes, my friends, Spyro. And it's the old school one that's been remastered that I used to play when I was like 10. And it's still good, and I'm finding it really hard. The challenges take me like, I have to do a challenge maybe 25 times before I actually like get it. There was this butterfly challenge where I had to race these butterflies and eat these dandelions and these hanging spiders, and it literally took me 45 minutes to finish that challenge. And I do not understand how I managed to clock this back when I was 10. I finished the entire game and it's taking me ages at the moment, but it's got 3 games on it, but the Year of the Dragon is my favorite. And you've got to collect all the dragon eggs and all the gems. Those afternoons when I finish work, social media is not doing anything for me, Netflix is not doing anything for me. My mind just needs, like, I don't know, stimulation almost. This is the best thing ever. If you have a PlayStation and you have games that are lying around, you haven't played them for ages, play them. This has definitely become one of those things that is like helping me maintain my mental health. And also I just want to quickly mention, there's a few products that I can mention here and there. Some things you can get from the supermarket, some things you probably cannot buy right now. But I know for me personally, I've kind of started creating a future post-lockdown to buy list with things that I might want to purchase over the next year and a half or so later on that I've thought, oh, that might be a good idea. You should all definitely put this on your list if you have a PlayStation. Best thing to relieve stress ever. Now the next thing I want to talk about is just taking my supplements. You guys probably all have supplements lying around at home you've forgotten to take. Pick them up, put them on your bedside table, put them somewhere where you can see them every day. Wake up in the morning, have a massive glass of water and take your supplements. And not only obviously do you get all of these extra health benefits, everyone should probably be taking some sort of immunity vitamin C supplement at the moment, especially because we are transitioning through autumn into winter anyway. It's a good time to be doing it regardless of a global pandemic. But I find that before coffee or anything, if I wake up in the morning, have a massive glass of water and take my supplements, I feel like, cool, that's like the first thing that I've ticked off on my to-do list for the day. It sets me up for the day to really just kind of go full steam ahead with my routine and nutritious eating, exercise, being productive, getting work done. Yeah, it's just like the first thing I do in the morning, and when I get that done, I'm like, yes, cool, let's do this thing. And if you get nothing else done that day, at least you know you've done one good thing for your body. Even if you eat crap all day, if you take your supplements in the morning, you have done yourself one good thing for your body. I love the Me Today supplements just because they're easy, they're like color coded, and you've got all the supplements you need for specific needs. So I obviously take the Women's Daily. It's got all sorts of vitamins, minerals, all the good stuff that we need. But also if I'm feeling a little bit sluggish, I will take the Me Today Energize Energy Production supplements. It's got really high strength B vitamins and adaptogens in it, so which is really good for stress support. So if you are finding it really difficult to be productive working from home, this would be a really good supplement to pick up. I'm pretty sure as well, don't quote me on it, but I think if you have a local Open Life pharmacy, I believe they are stocked, so you should actually still be able to shop Me Today at the pharmacy. I also take the Protect with the Echinacea and vitamin C. I feel like this is obviously just a good one to be taking at the moment. And then another one that's really important for me is the Good Night one, which has the magnesium in it and the valerian, because I have night issues, I have night terrors, I experience sleep paralysis, and I do find that ever since I started taking magnesium religiously every single night, I've been having less of those issues, which has been amazing. It's also got valerian in there, which helps your brain just kind of wind down before bed. Also, if you are working out, magnesium is amazing for muscle recovery. One thing I do really want to stress, and I found that my mental health has gotten a lot better ever since I really limited my intake of the news. There's going to be someone in your household that stays on top of the news and is probably going to be updating you and stuff. So there's no point in checking the Herald like every single morning, mid-morning, lunchtime, mid-afternoon, afternoon, evening, before bed. There is no point in doing that and checking up on everything that's happening in the world. It's just going to upset you. There's absolutely nothing positive on there. And we're at a point where there's nothing we can do. All we need to do is stay at home, take the government's advice. Like I said, there's going to be someone in your household updating you anyway, so you probably are going to stay on top of everything that's kind of happening in the world in terms of this virus without you actually needing to go and look for the information. But yeah, ever since I've kind of gone, I went 2 days without even looking at the news once. And I also noticed that my mental health and my motivation got significantly better. Like I went from days where I couldn't stop crying to days where I was actually really happy and positive regardless of stuff that is happening. I've got really sick grandparents that I can't see at the moment, which is really upsetting for everyone in my family. So everyone's got their own stuff that's going on. Because I have those things upsetting me, I don't need to be reading about how awful the numbers are looking in the States at the moment, or you know, all the stuff that's coming out about global economic damage. There's just no point. You may as well focus on your own little bubble, your own little routine. I talked about this in one of my last vlogs, but but I'm finding that watching YouTube videos, specifically vlogs from my favorite creators, are so good. I mean, you're stuck in your bubble with your flatmates or your family or whatever. Of course, it's nice to have time together, but it is a long time to be at home together, and there's only so many times you can jump on house party with your friends. It's nice to kind of feel like you're connecting or hanging out with, I guess, someone else. And a lot of creators are kind of doing content like this that's sort of relevant and helpful for you guys, but also not completely ignoring the fact that we're living in a crazy time. And yeah, I found a lot of solace in watching vlogs in the morning. It's made me feel a little bit less alone. My job relies on me being quite creative, so I do feel like I need a bit of connection with other people. So a couple of vlogs I'm really enjoying at the moment. Emma Hill, Tama, Shot from the Street, Deanna Edit, who else? I'll link some other YouTubers that I haven't mentioned before that I really love down below. Oh, Melissa Tattam. If you watch Made in Chelsea and you know Melissa, she has a YouTube channel and I actually quite enjoy watching her. I find her really relaxing. But yeah, I will mention a whole bunch of other ones down below in the info box. This one might sound like a little bit of a random obvious one, but I just think having those daily relaxing rituals are such a game changer. I used to be really quick, like at the end of the day I'd be finishing up work, there would be a slot before dinner, and then kind of just like spending time with my boyfriend after dinner where I would get my skincare done, but I would just kind of like cleanse, serum, eye cream, moisturizer, everything, like get it done quickly and move on. But now that I've had more time, I've kind of been finishing up earlier, taking more time with my skincare, actually using up my face mask, because I feel like I just forget about face masks, and I've been using a couple per week, and I'm about to share with you my favorite ones. But I also have this thing called a gua sha. And again, if you don't have one, it might be one of those things you want to put on your post-lockdown shopping list. This is from Tribeca Skin Tonics, and it's like a little rose quartz thingy majiggity. And basically what you can use it for is to kind of massage your face. I love putting a serum on or an oil and then just kind of sitting there reading a book or watching TV and kind of just giving myself a massage. Apart from the fact that it feels amazing, it helps to depuff, produces collagen stimulation, all that good stuff, but it's kind of just a really relaxing ritual. So I tend to sit there and like go along my jawline. I'll get this long flat bit and push my cheekbone up on each side. I'll do my over my brows. I'll even do like around my chest, and it just feels good. But again, it's just one of those rituals that you can do that helps you kind of just relax a little bit of a daily self-care thing. You could even just do it once a week. It's really nice. You could also do it with a face mask on, so you kind of push the product into the layers of your skin to help your skin absorb it a lot quicker. But I'll share with you 3 of my favorite face masks at the moment. Funnily enough, I didn't actually plan this, but all 3 of these are New Zealand brands. The first one I would say is my absolute #1 favorite. It's from Tribeca Skin Tonics again. It's the Exfoliating Balm. It's absolutely one of the most amazing face masks I've ever used. It looks like this. It's like a really oily balm consistency, and what it is it's got fruit enzymes in it, so that's kind of a alternative to using things like AHAs to exfoliate, like glycolic acid, lactic acid, etc. You can also use fruit enzymes. Papaya and pineapple specifically will help exfoliate your skin a lot more gently. This one also has, what is it walnut shell flour, so really gentle physical exfoliant, as well as the enzymes, which is kind of a natural version of a chemical exfoliant, if you know what I mean. I just pop this on, leave it on for like 15 to 20 minutes, take it off, and this is probably the mask that gives me the most glowiest, most amazing skin. I use this once a week normally on a Sunday night, and it is incredible. Probably my favorite exfoliating face mask of all time. Then after that, I will generally use the Syrene Skincare Aqua Hydrating Mask. It's like a really cooling, soothing gel consistency. This is what it looks like. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. I basically use it as a hydrating mask, but it's got like aloe vera in it, manuka honey, marine collagen. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I also really enjoy the Me Today face mask. It's a really interesting gooey consistency. I'll see if I can show you. It's kind of like applying honey to your face. I really love it. And I find that this is just a nice midweek face mask. It just hydrates and it kind of leaves my skin looking just very like toned and supple and nourished, and kind of evens out my skin tone a little bit. It's a really good one. It's just called the Face Mask by Me Today. This is also one that you can probably get from the pharmacy at the moment if you've got a Life pharmacy near you that is open. Okay, decluttering has been insane for my mental health. I decluttered this whole area behind me, all of my makeup. I decluttered my wardrobe the other week, as you guys might have seen on the vlog. I also decluttered my skincare drawer and reorganized it and cleaned it, and oh my god, it's just brought me so much joy. If you've got time over this weekend to just kind of do a declutter, look at the expiry dates on the back of your skincare products. I'll show you what I mean. So if that can focus. Can you see the little tub with the lid coming off and it says 6 months? That is when it will expire after you open up the product. So you need to go through all your skincare. Try and remember when you bought the product or opened the product. Look at the expiry and then get rid of everything that's expired, because it's not going to do anything good for your skin. Trust me. You can do the same with makeup as well. I just have to say decluttering has made me feel 20 times more relaxed than I did last week. I've done all of those areas. My room is so clean. My bathroom is so clean. My wardrobe is so clean. And I don't know what else to say. It feels good. Do it. I promise you it will bring you so much happiness and joy. I feel like this is another one of those ones where it's like, ugh, exercise, yeah. I have been painting. I thought I would show you my beautiful piece of artwork. I really want to recreate it. I've got some bigger canvases that I just got from the warehouse, and I want to recreate it and hang it up above our bed over there and replace the other prints. Playing around mixing colors. I really enjoyed mixing all of these different greens to make new shades of greens. It was so relaxing, but I totally get we don't all have paint just hanging around ready to work with, because I feel like we didn't have a lot of warning going into this lockdown. Same thing with the coloring book. So I've got this really cool coloring book from, I think it was Warehouse Stationery, and it's got all sorts of places around the world that you can color in. I've only done one air balloon of the Cappadocia place in Turkey, and let me tell you, this hurt my hand so bad. It took me about an hour and my hand was in severe pain. But one of you guys messaged me this really good website with printable pages, like coloring in pages. So I'm going to link that down below if you want to print off some really good adult coloring book pages, and if you've got some spare pencils or something like that that you can color with, I recommend it. Even if you throw on some easy TV and you just sit there and color a little bit in the afternoon, very therapeutic. I'm really obsessed with drinking tea at the moment. It helps me wind down in the evenings. I have an espresso machine and I love Nespresso, but I try so hard not to have 2 coffees a day. So when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up in the afternoons, I will have a peppermint tea. This is just from the supermarket. I think I got it from New World. It's the Clippers Organic Peppermint Refreshing Infusion. It is so good, and I find it just gives me a little bit of energy in the afternoons. Kind of that 3 p.m. slump when you feel like you want another coffee, but you know you shouldn't have another coffee. Peppermint tea is amazing. And then in the evenings, like after dinner, this also distracts me from wanting to eat chocolate and lollies every single day. I feel like when you want a treat, you should have a treat. But for me, I don't want to be eating half a block of Whitakers every single night. So this distracts me from doing that. It's the Tea Ora Herbal Infusion Chamomile with lemon and honey. I love the lemon and honey in this tea. It tastes so good. And it kind of is a little bit of a sweetness before bedtime, which is nice. But it's also got the chamomile, which I know for a fact helps me wind down before bed, which is really important at the moment because it's hard to sleep. Scary things are happening. And then my last tip is to make sure that you're doing things to differentiate between weekdays and weekends. So maybe like save all of your self-care masks and stuff for the weekend, because you can't go out and do anything. You may as well spend a little bit more time on your skincare. I'm finding at the moment that I'm trying to save having treats for the weekend. We as a family also decided that the weekends are for yummy dinners still. So normally like you would have takeaways, we're doing homemade pizzas. We also make homemade beer battered snapper on a Friday night, which is absolutely like my favorite dinner night of the week. I know that a lot of us have got work going on. We don't all have work going on, but I just think it's really important to try and do things that still allow you to get to Friday afternoon and go, oh, it's the weekend. Try not to work on the weekend. I have been practicing this for a long time. One, because I don't want to work on the weekend. I want to spend time with my partner and my friends normally. But now I'm just trying to do things like play my Spyro, read my book, do stuff during the day on the weekends that makes me feel like I'm having a weekend, because it means that Monday morning I wake up, I've had 2 days of straight chilling, and I actually feel like being productive. That's a really good tip. But I hope you guys are doing okay at the moment. If you've got any other ideas or any other little things you guys are using or implementing into your routine that is helping you get through this crazy time, do let me know below in the comments, and I will see you guys later on in the week for another isolation vlog. Mwah! Bye guys!